Hey little man, how you doing? Whoa. Hello. Whoa. And he's gone. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the vlog and welcome to my hometown of Stellenbosch. I am getting the truck ready for our next trip. We're leaving in just a few days. Nick is still in Australia. She's flying over on Saturday night, and then we leave on Sunday for a few other stops before we actually go to Namibia. But I am going to work on the truck now. I've got a few things that I have to do. So what I've done, I fitted 2 USB ports now. Before we only had one, as you can see. Oh, let me focus it. Come on, baby. This one will be dedicated to these 2 chargers. The one is the Sony charger and the other one is the GoPro charger. The other port, that port will be dedicated to the drone battery. Well, not dedicated, but it'll be for the drone battery. And that one will be either for the Mac or one of our phones. Sorry, I gotta figure out a place to put these little chargers that I now don't have to plug into AC power, which is so good. Oh, and by the way, how do you like my teeth? I got them fixed finally, and I finally got a proper haircut. It feels so good. I've just been neglecting it and just not going. I've just had too much other stuff, and I finally went. So yeah, I got to figure out how to get this stuff built in. I've got the fridge in already. That fridge, I still have to make the thing that sits on the top of the fridge, that foam thing that you always hear a spoon sticking out of, and like all the camera gear, because some of the camera gear has changed obviously, so I've got to adapt that a little bit. I have also built in a new DC to DC charger because the old one was rubbish, and it always made that sound in the car when I was trying to film. It was just annoying, so the new one's actually in the bonnet. So yeah, I'm gonna get going on getting these built in and just find a place. Alright guys, I finally figured it out, how and where to put this. It took me ages. So I've got quite a sophisticated system happening here. This charger is going in there, and this charger is going in there, and the drone charger is just going into that pouch. Took me a while to figure that out. Keep it simple, I guess. Okay, one of the other things I want to do is I want to mount the GoPro. So I've got the suction cup, which I've got on there now, but I'm probably going to be able to move that around a bit. And also with the suction cups, because it's got a longer lever, it tends to vibrate quite a bit when you drive on a bumpy road. So the shorter the lever that you mount your GoPro on, the less it'll vibrate, obviously. So what I'm going to do, oh no, this is a skew one. That's not going to work. I'm gonna get a straight one. Okay, I've got it. 2 not pro tips. When you are done with these, like, because you get these when you buy a GoPro or whatever, but you can only stick them once with the tape that are on them. Don't chuck them away, and then just use a piece of double-sided tape that you can just pull off, stick on there, and voila. See? Done. You see, and now I can just mount this guy over here. Voila! Now we can have this angle. I don't know how it'll look. I'll have to jump out to check quickly because I can only look through the windscreen. Yeah, cool. So now when we're driving, or when I'm driving, or whoever's driving, you guys can have a full angle of both of us. Nick doesn't have to always have to be the one pointing the camera at me, so you have to look at this stupid angle, so you can get this angle too. But I've got that angle, and that angle, and that angle. Well, I'll have that angle if I actually mount something on that. But look at that. Boom. Easy as that. Little GoPro right there. Okay, not pro tip number 2 that I want to give you is, you know when you buy a GoPro, in the bottom of the box, the thing that they mount the GoPro on, it looks like this. I always break these off and I use them because they're so big and flat. I trust them a bit more because I can put a bigger piece of double-sided tape on them, so I actually stick them to the outside of the car, and I have one on here already. This one is one that got a lot of the shots going forward in front of the car like that. So now I've got another one to mount wherever I want to. So they're all mounted. I now have this angle, and I have this angle. That'll be my backwards driving angle. This angle, I make it this angle, and this angle. This angle will be this is my back wheel, so this will be like if we drive water or dust or whatever. And then above all of this, I also have the suction cup, which I can basically mount anywhere on the car, except I don't really trust it when I'm driving through like crazy stuff, like really bumpy corrugated stuff, which you really get a lot in Namibia. So I prefer the fully mounted ones like I have now. Alright, next is the big lens mount. Here we go. Another thing that I had a problem with last time with the big lens, especially when I was filming the animals, well, that's mostly when I was using it anyway, I had to put the window down like this. Oh, find the spot, hold on, like this, and then I gotta put this down now. And then once this was down, I had to go take the little stupid piece of cloth and take my bean bag and put it on the windowsill like this, and then I would have to balance the lens on here, but you can't at 600mm. Actually, I was shooting a crop sensor with the 600mm, so it's like at 1,000 roughly, or 1,000mm, every millimeter of movement is like an earthquake. And so what I've got now is a gimbal that I'm going to build into the side of the door with the suction cup. I bought it and I'm going to try and modify it and kind of make it better so I don't have to shoot on this, which I can't use any movement. A lot of the panning shots I used on episode 14 with all the animals at the pans, I was literally using my door like this. I had the camera balanced on there, because you have to balance the camera, you can't hold it, it shakes too much. There's no image stabilizer in that 7D either. And I was literally using my door like this with my whole rig balanced on there to pan, which is just not going to work anymore. So what I have now, and this is completely my own idea, I just thought this might work and I'm going to try and modify it. I bought this cheap Chinese gimbal. It's just got a little, it rotates like this and it spins like that, right? So I can mount the lens on there. I put a Manfrotto 323 quick release on it, so I can easily take the lens off really quickly if I have to. So it basically, the idea is to have it sit on the outside of the car so the lens is permanently mounted and I can just shoot. I don't have to keep removing it, but there's not really any way to mount it here. So my idea is using this, which is something you use to like carry glass and install glass, or if you're 007, climb up the side of a window perhaps. But basically it's just a suction cup, so you just stick it onto something and then two suction cups, and this is supposed to be really strong. It sucks really good and it can suck to like hold 100 kilogram thing. So I'm gonna mount this on the outside of the door. Yeah, it's pretty strong. And then basically create a type of a plate or something that hooks over the side here on the inside of my door, and then mount this on top of the plate, and then so I can have a gimbal and I don't have to take it off, I can just leave it on there. This is what a garage of a man who works every day looks. Yeah, you can find everything if you look long enough. This is my dad. He's gonna help me do this because, as you can see, I'm still in fancy jeans and a nice shirt because I didn't bring any overalls. So he's gonna help me figure this whole thing out. And yeah, we're gonna. And this is Chad. Chad, say hi to the camera. Ciao, baby. It's getting late and our lights running out and it's dark and I'm tired, and I'm gonna go eat and enjoy dinner with my family that I don't see very often, and I will finish this project tomorrow and show you guys what it looks like. Alright guys, see you tomorrow, ciao.